Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. Recently, last 3 months or so, Boris Spassky passed away. So I figure I should make 5 Minutes with Ben, where he won a miniature. This game was played in 1984 in the Bundesliga. His opponent has a very German name, Heinz Huenerkopf. Doesn't say he has a FIDE rating. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Not sure why he's playing in the Bundesliga against Spassky with no FIDE rating. But he proves it. So, okay. Spassky has black. And they play some kind of pawn sacrifice and double king pawn opening that you typically don't see at the Super GM level, but you see often at the amateur level. Maybe White thought he would get Spassky by surprise. So he played Scotch Gambit, knight f6, e5, d5, all mainline theory. Knight takes d4. Black can play bishop d7 or bishop c5. I think bishop c5 has a slightly better reputation. Okay, now White played bishop e3. Spassky played a move I'm not familiar with. Bishop takes d4. White took with the queen, which slightly surprises me, but I guess it's okay. Spassky castled. Now the knight's attacking the queen. It wasn't attacking the queen the previous move because knight was pinned. White traded on c6. Now White played a very poor move, and I guess in 1984 White wasn't familiar with my rules since they didn't exist yet. That's a good excuse. White never played f3, attacking the knight. Spassky ignored the knight and played c5, attacking the queen. White played queen a4. And I guess the idea of queen a4 is, and it's also the idea in this position. White probably saw queen h4 check, g3, knight takes g3, hangs the queen. So Spassky played c5 and said, why don't you move your queen off the fourth rank? So queen h4 is a good move. And the guy said, no, I'm going to play queen a4. So if you do this, I can still take your queen. Spassky said, that's fine. I'll play bishop d7. And you're going to move your queen off of the fourth rank. So White has to move his queen off the fourth rank. Spassky played queen h4 check. I think Black's already winning. White has to move his king here. White played for tricks, but it's tough tricking Spassky, one of the greatest players who ever lived. So that didn't work. Played g3. White should move his king. Knight take g3. White played the trap that he had prepared, which is bishop f2. And if bishop f2 was a good move, Spassky wouldn't have played knight takes g3. He wouldn't have played queen h4 check. So this position, from a psychological point of view, White should have been like, I thought I could play g3, knight g3, bishop f2. So why did Spassky play queen h4 check? That's what I would say if I was playing White. Then I would figure it out, and then I wouldn't play g3. But I guess White didn't figure it out, and I'll give you guys a chance to figure it out. Black to play and win. And Black doesn't play the winning move, then White's pinning the knight and attacking it and so forth. Okay, so hopefully you figured it out. Spassky played queen h6, breaking the pin. Now black's threatening knight takes the rook because the knight's not pinned. And he's threatening queen c1 check, skewering the king and the rook. And black is a pawn ahead. I don't know what white should do here, because if white captures the knight, either way, either queen takes rook or queen c1 check wins. If we move our rook, then queen c1 is checkmate. God damn. It's a funny checkmate. So white realized he was completely lost. Best he could hope for was to be down an exchange and a pawn, so he resigned. So a nice tactical win from Spassky later in his career. I'm sure his team was happy in Bundesliga that he won in 15 moves. And I wanted to honor Boris since he passed away earlier this year. Grandmaster Ben Feingold, this has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.